Hey, welcome back to Milton Daily Homes. Chuck here, and we have a list of 6 properties today. I had a really smart friend of mine send me a graphic yesterday, and I thought it was really interesting because on the left-hand side is information. In the internet, real estate information is everywhere. But what's missing sometimes are the links in between, the knowledge, the context, and that's what we try and do on Daily Homes. And then if you really get to the highest level, wisdom is about the truth. It's about the simplest, bare bones essential stuff that really makes the biggest impact in your life. And so in our real estate practice, in these videos, our goal is to really move things as far to the right as possible, and at the same time maybe have a little bit of fun. So let's talk about today's listings. And this time of year, we've talked about in the last week or two, can actually be a good time for buyers and sellers. I don't think a lot of people realize how important this time of year is versus in the spring, where you're going to end up paying a lot more money, and for sellers you might even be in a lot more competition. So anyway, let's get started with today's list. So 1421 Costigan, $13,900. It's a parking spot. I've seen some agents that'll actually put a P up here just to make it clear that that's what it is. Now, instead of showing a picture of a balcony, why don't you show me a site plan for the condo and say this is where the parking space is. I don't want to see 2 shots from a balcony. I'm not buying a balcony. I'm buying a parking spot. And even out here, prime outdoor parking space, one of the things that they probably should mention is I can't buy this parking space unless I'm a owner of a condo in this building, as per the Condominium Act. So that's an important thing to know, I think, if you're going to expose it to the public. I have never dealt with the sale of a parking space where it hasn't been involved with the actual buying of the unit itself. So I don't know how you finance these. If you pay cash for them, if you get a teeny tiny mortgage, no idea. $13,900 for surface parking seems a little bit high, but it's probably not that far off. 1379 Costigan. So this is the older version of the this Parkside Residences, and then the building we just showed is the Ambassadors right next door. 349.9. We've talked about in past episodes why 350,000 will actually get you more exposure in 2 different price ranges versus 349.9. And functionally, marketing wise, it doesn't change a whole lot, so it's always the preferred option. Inside, we have one shot of, there's a tenant in here, so sometimes it's hard to get good photos. The kitchen can be full of stuff and so on. A tenant doesn't have as much vested interest in the outcome of the sale as an owner does, obviously. So it's harder to get them to prepare and make their home kind of stay in a ready model home type of state. So it faces green space. Here's the thing though. I mean, I don't think it's that far off when you look at what else is sold, but the problem I have is the note in here, investors note possible $1,850 a month. I'll give you 2 examples of why I think that's very unrealistic. First of all, in this building, so this is all in the last 6 months, we saw a similar sized unit rent for $1,550 a month. What makes this one $300 better? Second proof that I think it's unrealistic, over at Green Life West Side, there was a 1,400 square foot 3-bedroom condo, and Green Life West Side is a really nice building that only rented for $1,800 a month. So to say $1,850 is possible here, we haven't seen any condo in the last 6 months that has even come close to that, never mind at just about 1,000 square feet. Now 1380 Costigan number 26, 375. So the way these are set up, they're stacked towns. So you've got this door here leads to the 2nd and 3rd floor. This is like a living dining kitchen, and then your bedrooms are up here. This unit is the main floor, so it's ground level, plus it has a basement with 2 bedrooms. There's 1 bedroom up here, which is actually not a bad option for some people who don't want stairs. So if you're, let's say you're older, 50, 60 plus, you don't want stairs, that's something you just don't want to be involved in, maybe your hips or your knees aren't so good, you could live on this main floor. It's got everything you need, and then you could have an older relative, or not an older, a younger relative, or somebody else living with you that could have the basement all to themselves as living space. And when they want to use the kitchen and so on, they can come upstairs. So this could actually fill that niche. The pixelation here is, I didn't know what it was. I thought it was Christmas decorations when I first saw it. It's just really bizarre. So again, there's your main floor. It just seems like the photos are very busy. Like, I would definitely take some of this stuff off the fridge. Simple pictures, especially in small spaces, are definitely preferred. You can see the photographer here in the mirror. So here's the thing, is that these are a little bit bigger than the units up above on the second, third floor. We just saw one of those sell up higher than I ever thought it would. Broke the record for this complex. So maybe this one will do the same. $84 a month on condo fees. Most of the evidence for previous sales in this building indicate that $375 is an ambitious price for this particular unit. Next up, we have an Ashbury, $459,900. So from the outside, they look like regular 3-story townhouses, but what's nice is they actually have a double garage in the back. I think that should be one of the early shots. Now, if we go backwards on this, you're going to start to see, actually, you won't see anything about the double garage. I think it has to be overt about the fact that in the back, there's a balcony, there's a patio above a double car garage. Anyway, let's go through the normal way. So we've got the main floor. This is a great place for a home office. It's really, think of it like a finished basement above ground. So there's nothing below grade. This is on a concrete slab. There's nothing below ground level. But this is your main floor. So you come in the front door. This is what you see on the right-hand side. There's also laundry in the entrance to the garage. This is your second floor. And the finishes, the light fixtures, everything looks great. No granite, but that's easy to add if you wanted to. They have the green apples. They know what they're doing. And then you've got 3 bedrooms upstairs. I tell you, it's very, very nice. That garage picture makes a big difference in the sale of these homes. $459,000 I think is a great price, especially because it's just a really nice looking home. Willet Terrace is $544,900. This one is just under 1,400 square feet. It's actually very similar to the Plan 2 that we showed yesterday. It's just the family room and the kitchen are flipped. Decent finishes inside. This one doesn't have the green space like the one on Yates does. It also has, I think, great finishes. What they did here too, which was really clever, if you get, there's an orange, like almost like an oil substance that you would spray, or you can get the liquid and you can wipe it on a cloth and put it on your cabinets, and it really brings the life out of the wood. It's a great product for getting a home ready. And then you have, these beds look massive. I don't know if maybe the camera needs to come up a bit too, but that room looks like there's no other space besides the bed. And I guess there's laundry. So that is the home. The same size lot would accommodate 2,300 square foot homes. So when you only have a 1,400 square foot home, you're going to find that the lot feels a lot bigger. So that's the list for today. And remember to pixelate your life, and we'll see you tomorrow with more Milton Daily Homes.